What's up, Raptors? Today we're going to be making corn elotero style. So for the corn, you could buy either with the corn husk on, or they sell them packaged with them already off. Either one works. You're going to need some mayonnaise. You're going to need some butter that you can squeeze out, not the one that comes in the big tub. Some lemon juice, this or natural lemon. And then some COTIJA cheese that they sell either in a brick or you can buy it already crumbled up. You also need some sticks to put in the corn so you have something to hold it with so you don't get your hands too dirty. So you want to grab a pot that's going to be able to hold at least 3 or 4 corn at a time. You can use a strainer or not. I like to use a strainer because it's easier to take them out. So now we're going to put the strainer in here. We're going to walk it over to the sink and fill it up. Fill it up to about right here. You want to leave some room at the top because when you put in the corn, it is going to fill up a little more, so you don't want it to overflow. We're going to take it over to the stove. And we're going to put it here. And we're going to put it on a medium-high heat and let that water boil. You want to wait for it to start boiling before you put the corn in. You want to make sure you wash your hands for about 20 seconds before you start working with the corn. So let's do that first. Once you got both your gloves on, guys, you're ready to move on to the corn. I'm going to show you guys how to peel the husk off the corn. So peeling the husk is pretty easy. You just want to grab it from the top and just tear it down, guys, just like that. And snap. You peeled all your corn, you want to clean them up a little bit and give them a quick rinse before you throw them in the boiling water. So now that they're all washed, we're going to throw them in the boiling water. Be careful, guys, the water is really hot. You don't want it to bounce back at you, so place them in there slowly. One at a time, guys. And just let them fall in slow. The water took about 10 to 12 minutes to boil, and the corn itself is going to take about 5 to 7 minutes to be ready. So it's been 7 minutes. We can turn the heat off. And be careful when you take off the lid. Hot water creates steam, and that can burn you if it's too hot. So you want to be really careful doing that, guys. Go straight up. That's to the side. You can place that in the sink. You take them out one at a time. These look ready. Let some of the excess water drip off. Go ahead, put it here. While we let the corn cool down a little bit, you want to place the COTIJA cheese on a bigger plate. That way when you add it to the corn, it doesn't fall and make a mess, because when you do add the cheese, a lot of it does fall back down. And we're going to use a spoon to add that onto the corn. I'll show you how to do that in a bit. So after letting the corn sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, it should be nice and cool for you guys to use. Grab a skewer and insert it to the bottom part of the corn. Be careful doing this. Make sure you have a firm grip on the corn while you're putting it in there. So you want to make sure you get it nice and deep in there so you have good control of the corn. For the next step, you want to grab a brush like this for the mayo. It makes it a lot easier. If you don't have a brush, you can use a spoon, but I recommend using this. You want to dip it in the mayo, and then you want to go back and forth on the corn. You want to cover it generously, but it's all your preference. You don't have to put too much if you don't like too much mayo on it. But you do want to cover it enough so where the cheese has something to stick to. Once you have your corn fully covered in mayo, the next step requires you to put cheese on it. So we want to grab a spoon and start from the top and just let it go down. The cheese will start sticking to the mayo on its own. And you'll see once I'm done, I'll pick it up and you'll see that it's covered. So once you're done adding the cheese, this is what the corn should look like. This is good right here. I know a lot of people that just enjoy it like this, but you can also add butter and lemon juice and some chili. We don't have chili today, but we're gonna show you how to add the butter and the lemon juice. So you wanna spread out evenly, so be careful, don't squeeze too hard. Now you wanna spread it out nice and even. There we go. Next we're gonna add some lemon. Just a little bit, because this stuff is kind of strong. Here's our end result. I challenge all of you to make this at home.